I'm James Stock. This is Lauren Locke. The problem that we identified, the ethical issue, was that there are a lot of less fortunate people and homeless people in downtown Louisville that are just out on the streets, and I see them every day. You guys see them every day walking to class and around campus. And we thought that Spalding could do more to help the community. They could do something to directly impact the people that are right outside in the streets of our campus. So what we came up with was that Spalding University just throws away food at the end of every day from the caf that could be donated or could be served right out from the school. And they don't do that. They don't have that as a program. They don't take this opportunity to help the community. Um,
So we interviewed Omar, who is the sous chef at the CAF, and Chris Muncie, the SGA president. And Omar's view represented altruism because he was willing to help other people without any ulterior motive. And Chris would represent psychological egoism because he said that it would cost time and money for the school to provide food for the homeless.
Okay, hi Omar. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself, like who you are and what you do for Spalding?
Yes, of course. My name is Omar Gonzalez. I'm the sous chef of the cafeteria, the dining department, and I'm in charge of preparing and fixing all the meals. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So I assume that there's leftovers at the end of every day, correct?
Yes, there's leftovers.
So what do we do with those leftovers?
Well, sometimes we, try to save the stuff that we can, and if not, we just throw them away.
Okay, so do you think it would be ethical for Spalding to take these leftovers and serve them to the local homeless community?
You got a very good point. I think so. I think that would be a good idea. I think that's what we should probably do.
Awesome, thank you. So if we put this plan into action, that would support the theory of altruism, which means that Spalding would be helping other people like the local homeless community for no reason at all, just to help them and not for any sort of self-interest.
Yeah, my name is Chris Muncie. I'm the SGA Student Government President.
Chris Muncie. So, Spalding University dining services throw away most of their food at the end of every day. Do you think that this is wrong, or can we do something about it as a school and as a student body?
I don't necessarily think that it is wrong, but I think that there's definitely something that we could do about it at Spalding.
Do you believe that it would cost the university more money to do this, and how much?
I'm not exactly sure how much, but I definitely think that this would cost the university more money because you would have to figure out who's going to work and who's going to take care of the food and things like that.
Do you believe that if this was implemented, it would be a burden to cost the school more money? Would it be a lot more, a little bit more, and where do you think the funding would come from?
I don't know exactly how much it would be. I haven't really looked into that, but I think it would definitely cost us more. I don't know if it would be a burden. I think we could do something about it. It's just worth looking into.
Would the food be served here at the CAF on site, or would it be sent to a local shelter?
If we were going to do something about it, I would say the better option would probably be to do it on site because of health risks with transporting food. You got to keep the food at a certain temperature and things like that. So we would probably have to keep it on campus.
If we did serve it at the school, who do you think would be in charge of that? Would it be cafe employees, students, work study? What would it be like?
I would probably say that there would definitely at least have to be some supervision from the CAF employees, but I don't see why there couldn't be like work study students or some volunteer students helping out with it if they had proper training.
What do you think are some pros and cons of having cafe employees or just students here working that program should it be implemented?
I think some pros of having the CAF employees would be they're trained in that field and they know what they're doing. Some cons would be that it would definitely cost the school a little bit more money. With students, I think that some pros would be that students could use these hours as maybe volunteer hours or things like that. For cons, I would say that this you might have some risks if they don't have the proper training handling the food and closing up the facility.
So maybe local high schools could send students as part of honor society hours, or just students who want to volunteer from around here or at Spalding could be a part of this.
I think that could be an option, yeah.
And do you believe this is a program that, with the proper backing and funding, could be implemented immediately or even just as soon as possible?
I don't know about immediately, but I definitely think that if you talk to the right people and go about it the right way, that it could be something that could happen on Spalding's campus.